to this dynamic duo, DraftKings contributor Kenny Ducey and RotoWire's Nick Whalen. All right, guys, talking NBA. Which player in the following price ranges do you want in your DFS lineup tonight? We're going to start with the 9K plus range. So Jokic is the most expensive at 11K. Giannis right below him at 10.9. How do we feel here, Kenny?
I'm feeling pretty bad about all of these high-priced options. They don't have anything to play for, Jesse. That's the problem here. It's hard to pick out a guy that you think is going to be really motivated. And the thing is, I don't think motivation and Nikola Jokic have ever really been used in the same sentence. The way he really plays the game of basketball, it doesn't really ever seem like he's interested. So why not? Let's fire him up here at $11,000. Here's the thing. His usage rate is over 44% in 4 of the last 5. I mean, it's just sickening how much of the basketball this guy gets. The Timberwolves are up there in pace at 104, and they're 6th worst in points in the paint this year. So I think if you have to carve out or paint a matchup where a high stop be in a great spot against a bad defense, I think it's with Nikola Jokic. They don't have really a ton to play for here out west with the seeding. They're kind of locked in right now. So I don't know, if maybe he's going to play a full complement of minutes, but it seems like, even in limited minutes, this guy's been returning value for you. So I think that he's probably the safest bet here to get you 55 or 60 DK fantasy points.
Nick, this guy has scored 30 plus points in 4 of his last 6 games. Do you like his usage?
I think Kenny is spot on that you have to be targeting players with something to play for. I mean, Giannis was my first inclination when you scan the slate and look at these guys, priced above 10,000. But, losing to San Antonio earlier in the week, really put them in a tough spot to try to catch Brooklyn for that 2 seed. So we couldn't see the Bucks pull back on Giannis and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday over these last couple of games. And at that price, I don't think it's worth the risk. But, one place I would look is Damian Lillard, a little bit cheaper at 9,500. You talk about a team that has something to play for. Portland is doing everything it can to stay out of that play-in. And they're going up against the Phoenix Suns team tonight that I think wants to beat the Portland Trailblazers and send them to that play-in. So it's a potential first-round matchup. And it's less about it's less about Phoenix wanting to play Portland. It's more about Phoenix not wanting to play the LA Lakers. So I think this is going to be a competitive game. I think, Phoenix is going to go hard all 48 minutes. Obviously, Portland's going to do the same. Damian Lillard went through a really rough month of April where he was shooting like 37% from the field, like one of his worst months of his entire career. But he's riding 6 straight 30-point games heading into tonight. And I don't think he's going to slow down at all. We're going to see a full complement of minutes for Lillard, McCollum, and the rest of the Blazers.